The Democratic Federation of Northern Syria, also called Rojava, is passing through a dangerous period. Turkey attacked and occupies Afrin, one of the 3 Kurdish provinces. The Islamic State is still active. The authorities of the Democratic Federation had talks with the Damascus government on its de facto autonomy without success as for now. Syria is today divided into 3 zones. The area reconquered by the Damascus regime, in red. In yellow, the area controlled by the SDF, the Syrian Democratic Forces. The SDF is an alliance between Kurds, Arabs, and other peoples in the region who drove out the Islamic State from 30% of the territory in the north and the east of Syria, in yellow. Finally, Turkey, a new major actor on the scene, which invaded in 2018 the Kurdish province of Afrin and maintains troops at Idlib. Turkey established a de facto sanctuary for jihadists expelled from other regions. What could be the future for Syria in this context? We went to the area controlled by the SDF to meet Kurdish, Arab, and Syriac Christian representatives. Ain Issa, a small dusty town between Kobane and Raqqa. Here sits the SDC, the Syrian Democratic Council, the political branch of the SDF. In July 2018, a delegation went to Damascus to meet representatives of the Damascus government. At the head of the delegation, Ilham Ahmed.
يعني دم داخليين كو رژیم داده هناك بویش وازینه نیزگبونه وی نه استراتژی نه تکتیکی نه يعني جبو مفاوضات هين تو قافن جدي خيابك كو يدس بيبقى نينن يعني.
And for a reason. Damascus is dreaming about reinstalling a centralized Arab nation state, whereas the SDC proposes a project of autonomy in a decentralized Syria.
يعني روشي كي أنا ها سوري تدا أساس دولتك نافندية. روشي كوسا وك أمر واقع شيء ويا ذاتن. هناك هرم ند بن كنترول رژیم دانه، هناك هرم بن كنترول رژیم دانه، وهناك هرم جي أساس هناك بزوره وصاد بن كنترول رژیم دانه. روشي وصانه. أويا أساس واقع كي نافندي بقرآنية. جبوه أم دبيجن سوريا بيشروجه دولتك نافندي به هرم خسر هبن وان هرما بتيكليه كي ناف الدستور ده بمركز شامرة وري بليكرن وراس بأبيا.
Example. In Tabqa, this huge dam on the Euphrates River badly needs to be repaired. 4 of the 6 valves are broken. Damascus could deliver technicians and spare parts. In fact, a first official encounter has already taken place in Tabqa. But if a technical agreement with Damascus is possible, a political agreement seems very improbable for now. Another important point. Why didn't the Syrian opposition, based in Istanbul, join the SDC for talks with Damascus?
جروبين تشكتار هنن حميدة سكة خوش تركي دقرن ودبن باندورا جبهة النصرة دانا جسدي حفتي فصائل معنا أنا حتى زيادة ترجي بقراني فصائل متشددا جبوه بوان رايكبون انتحاره.
Hikmet Habib is an Arab from Kamishli, deputy of Ilham Ahmed, and part of the group of SDC negotiators with Damascus.
ما يهمنا هو تغيير دستور سوريا، تغيير شكل إدارة سوريا من نظام مركزي إلى نظام لا مركزي على أقل شيء.
The political project of the autonomous government for the north and the east of Syria offers representation to each component of society and the respect of all religions. The Kurds are anxious to ensure the fragile balance between the communities.
نحن عملنا من أجل انخراط كل القوى المجتمعية والعشائرية في هذا المشروع. على هذا الأساس هناك العديد من الشهداء من المكون العربي ومن السريان. أنا أتكلم معك الآن من عائلتي كعائلتي أكثر من 15 شهيد.
As for Bashar al-Assad, he blows hot and cold. He swore to recover every inch of Syria. But in May 2018, he also declared that the doors would stay open to the Syrian Democratic Forces. At the moment, further negotiations are frozen until a solution for Idlib is found. Back to 2015. After the Kurdish victory over the Islamic State in Kobane, the other communities in the region feared the establishment of a Kurdish hegemonic state. but it is a democratic federation that was created with a decentralized, pluralistic, democratic, and feminist political system. Back then, the three provinces of Rojava, Koban, Afrin, and Jaziri, had a Kurdish majority. But after the loss of Afrin and the liberation of Raqqa, the autonomous regions became more Arab. Hence the importance of a solid alliance between Kurds, Arabs, and Syriac Christians. 2018, Qamishli, capital of the Jaziri province. Strange atmosphere. The airport and entire districts are still under the control of the Damascus regime, and the Syriac Christian community is divided between Damascus and the autonomous government. Elizabeth Gauria is a Syriac Christian, a former civil servant of Damascus. She was fired for political activism. She is today a member of the autonomous government.
أما المشروع السياسي نحن بدنا تغيير بنية النظام وليس من مثل المعارضة الخارجية إن كان الائتلاف إن كان الإخوان المسلمين يريدون أن يبدلوا رأس النظام فقط.
Example, the official school curriculum, taught in Arabic and glorifying the Arab nation. The autonomous government has therefore set a new school curriculum in 3 languages, Arabic, Kurdish, and Syriac, with different contents.
If we have a look to the curriculum, the old curriculum of the Syrian educational system, we will not have any problem with the scientific materials like physics, chemistry, biology, math, and geometry, because those materials are universal materials. But we have a lot of problem with other materials like history, like national culture of the Syrian, like the geography, and like, for example, sociology.
On the Christian Syriac side, reaction to the new curriculum is mitigated. First problem, the diplomas delivered by the autonomous government will not be recognized, either by Damascus or internationally. Second problem, most of the Christian Syriac children are taught in private schools, so public classes in Syriac have been closed, and private schools, run by the church and pro-Damascus, have refused to implement the new school curriculum. After negotiations, a compromise has been found. The new curriculum is only applied in the first 2 years of primary school. The understanding between communities, nevertheless, seems to be improving, and the new institutions are working. That's what Hakim Kalo, co-president of the Legislative Council of Jaziri, explains.
يعني أنكارن بيجن أقاليم روجلاتي فراتي إيروغوتي ناسين أف أقاليم جشتك ببعربون جي خزينات دولتي جي موازنات دولتي تاني وكي تشيلك كي بشير توي بدوشه وإن بديش بو خدي بفه تاني القلوب يعني تشتكي بو بيشكتين شي نبون بيشكتين خدمة جزاري إيجو بنيات تحتي وقت بيجن إيجو فابريقة أف جشتك شي نبون جبو في ألترناتيفا ومديد سيستم كي ننافندي الويدك أو سيستم ننافندي عدالة التوزيع داخل ذهبه شخوا حم مواد وقت بيجن مواد أولية بترول بتشبه أو قش سوري تفد بيشريكن.
In Tel Abyad, a small town on the border with Turkey, Turkmen, Arabs, and Kurds are represented in the city council. Here, the Islamic State had popular support. The interference of Turkey and its mercenaries is permanent here. The alliance between Kurds and Arabs is crucial to the success of the pluralistic project. Turkey is aware of it and tries to undermine this understanding. When we have the oil of our car changed, the mechanic and his friends share their concerns.
كنا أمجناتك عربا برشيكر على بوريهم معنا
حركة سيج جشتي حقوق يعني نا إنه أم بيكي وظف دكني يكي وظف نوكن بيفي عرب أم في توظيف نوكن نو جامع جي ديمقراطية يعني حقيقة ودكن جي حركة دكي جي خياني.
يعني أم حصوغن كر أم حصوغن تركي بني عارفين كل البرج بكي يعني أمريكا دايس خسر مراكي خلال ثواني وتركي ما اشتياح بكي.
Afrin. Every time we talk about Afrin, his eyes brim with tears. In January 2018, Russia authorized Turkey to invade the mainly Kurdish Afrin province. The international coalition, led by the USA, closed its eyes. The same Kurds who had driven the Islamic State out of Kobani and of Raqqa and saved the Yazidis in Sinjar were massacred. The international community remained silent. Impossible to go there. We stop at the westernmost city of the Autonomous Federation, Manbij. The Turkish President Erdogan has threatened several times to invade Manbij, as he did in Afrin. Manbij today is an example of how communities can live together, protected by the international coalition and defended by the local military council. In the town, we meet Shirin. She is Yazidi and a refugee from Afrin. She asked us to blur her face for safety reasons.
حروج أب فردين دكم بفكي من الجندن دجارة هاتنا كتنا مال ساكرنا تساكرنا دبها فنا تشتيوايا واد الزندية أم كتشتي ببن.
In a report published in June 2018, Human Rights Watch points out the abuses. Turkish-backed armed groups in the Free Syrian Army have seized, looted, and destroyed property of Kurdish civilians in the Afrin district of northern Syria. They have installed fighters and their families in residents' homes and destroyed and looted civilian properties without compensating the owners. Ever since, Human Rights Watch is still waiting for a Turkish permit to continue its investigation. And there is worse than looting.
بس بري بروجا كي قسكاك جند هاتا قرطن خطف كرن جبوتشا يعني كسي نزاني چرا هات قرطن و بشري 10 روجا باردون دورا لوي جيرانا هات قرطن بعد 4 روجا دين كشتنا و چاكنا نو عرضه.
All this was confirmed by another report from the United Nations, stating in August 2018 that jihadist brigades from the Free Syrian Army kidnap, beat, and kill people in Afrin.
فوقت عفرين دست مچو او ام چون و ام زانن يعني نکو تغییرک دموگرافی چه ده بیانه ده هندری عفرين دو يعني اشغوطتين وعربتين وكرماش دار دكافن فاوش او هويه الكرديه بسر عفرينه يوش دحره فاو چاتني ماته يعني جبوه ام ديشن پر.
According to the same UN report, half of the 320,000 residents of Afrin fled the Turkish military invasion.
يعني عفرين هرمك علماني بو پررنگی بو آشتی خواست بو او قاسا کچ پنابرین ای سوری گرته بو ناوا خوده و سیستم خود ناف خود خبره و دبر و تعدیل کسی ندکر اما آنها جهیل دولت ترکیه دا جهیلی و کومن چکدار دا هاتی داگر کرن وهاتي طالان كرن هالروش تي طالان كرن.
وأنا حقيقة عندما ذكروا عفرين لا أستطيع أن أعبر لأني حزين جدا لأن عفرين كانت مدينة آمنة. لم يدخل عفرين أي إرهابي ولم تحدث في أي مشكلة في عفرين. لم يبقى جيش حر في سوريا.
There is no Free Syrian army anymore in Syria.
أنا كنا جزء من الجيش الحر بداية الثورة. دعم من قطر ومن السعودية ومن تركيا. على هذا الأساس هم يمثلون إرادة تلك الدول ومشاريعها ليس مشروع الوطني السوري. ومن دخل إلى عفرين هم الإرهابيين الذين كانوا في الغوطة حيث تم هذا التغيير الديموغرافي.
از دخوازم رخناكي جي لدولة النوفنتاوي بكم ده مثلا عفرين ده مثلا هركز دزاني بكو عفرين دولتك يعني هرمك علمانيا اما ادلب وك مقايسة هرمك إسلامية متشددة جبهة النصرة قافاكو إيريش ويل سر ادلب تشيبه مجلس الأمن جفيا جفاتنا بنتهوي عصيان راكر تركيا تهديد كرن يعني رجيم تهديد كرن وحملة دان سكنان دنه اما جبو عفرين او قصا إيريش تشيبون مجزرة تشيبون دنج كسي در نكت ويجا ترسامة او كو جفاتنا بنتهوي هرمك سنية متشدد آفادكن.
Today, Syria is a mess of contradictory alliances. Kurds in Afrin have been let down by Russia, and those east of the Euphrates are for the time being protected by the international coalition, led by the US and France. But until when? Without this protection, the Turkish or the Syrian army will immediately crush the fragile democratic federation.
لولا مساعدتهم ما كنا قاعدين هلا هون. فرأيه مضبوط يعني بيتخوفوا لأنه المصالح الاقتصادية مرات عم تغلب على المشاعر الإنسانية يعني.
In Kobani, we attend a meeting of a commune, a district assembly where the residents deal with everyday problems. Women talk about the increasing prices, tomatoes getting too expensive. A committee tries to control prices. Peaceful atmosphere in the shopping streets of Kobani. We get the sense that despite fears of the Turkish army and a possible return of the Syrians in the region, time is on the side of this young, pluralistic, and progressive federation. Syria today is a battlefield between big powers, but without hostile external interference, this federation could develop quite fast. The economy has already improved compared to last year, thanks to abundant harvests and oil income. We sail across the Tigris, the natural border between Syria and Iraq. To enter or to leave Rojava is still very complicated. The Iraqi Kurds do not facilitate the daily life of the Syrian Kurds. We cross northern Iraq towards Kandil, a chain of mountains in the northeast of Iraq. Here are the training camps of the guerrilla fighters of the Kurdistan Workers' Party. The PKK is public enemy number one for Turkey, and according to certain experts, the true masters of the Kurdish game in Syria. The international coalition is pressuring the Syrian Kurds to sever ties with the PKK. We change cars several times and leave our cell phones behind to meet Riza Altun. It's the first time that a high-ranking PKK figure has talked to journalists after the target assassination of a Yazidi PKK commander by a Turkish missile. The Turkish army uses drones fitted with thermal cameras and small missiles. During the whole interview, a drone will buzz above our heads. Invisible, but noisy. Scary. Protected by the foliage, Riza Altun remains cool. He talks about the contradiction of being a liberation movement supported by an international coalition.
Amerika bölge siyaseti için ihtiyaç duyduğu Kürt kartı ve Rojava'daki kasete gücü onun için ne kadar önemliyse burada özgürlük mücadelesi veren güçlerin Amerika'yı emperyalist bir güç olarak bilmelerine rağmen onun da taktik olarak yol yürümenin zorunluluğunu çok iyi biliyorlar.
Recently, Washington put a price on the head of PKK leaders Murat Karalyan, Cimil Bayik, and Duran Kalkan. The building in which we met those three leaders in 2004 has just been destroyed by a Turkish missile. Will Turkey or other countries be able to destroy the Kurdish dream? This democratic experience is unsettling for them, but the Kurds and their friends will defend it to the end.